Welcome back to the Weeb Lounge. This is our review of the most powerful Saber class servant in the game, period. No, it's not Artoria. It's Miyamoto Musashi, Saber class, Fate Grand Order. Now, when she came onto the scene, I got really lucky. In one pull, we got 2 copies of her, and then a couple pulls later, we got another one, and then another one. We NP5'd her quick. It was one of our luckiest draws ever. But this character is by far the most powerful. Let's get to the skills, and you'll understand why. Skill number 1. Double hits for 1 turn on everything she does, except the Noble Phantasm. Downside, 50% reduction in damage. So it kind of evens out, but that same skill can boost it up to 30% over. So basically it reduces the damage down to where it's like dead even, but as you skill that up, rank that up 30% more, it's going to do significantly more damage. Critical stars and other things along with it. She has 3 buster cards. Imagine if you get 3 buster cards, each of them doing double damage, plus her extra attack, all of them crit. She does ridiculous damage when the stars and moons or whatever line up, even when they don't. Skill number 2, ignore invincibility for a turn, and buster up 1 turn 50%. Imagine hitting that with the triple buster. You see where we're getting here. You see where we're getting. Skill number 3, invincibility for herself for a turn, critical generation up 30%, and removes her own debuffs. Yeah. The crit gen, the other stuff, the double strikes, all this stuff. She starts hitting properly, stupidly hard, especially depending on the CEs and group makeup. You can really utilize this character. Noble Phantasm. Single target, removes their buffs. Overcharge, Noble Phantasm damage up 20% to 60%. My God. This is quite possibly the hardest hitting Noble Phantasm in the entire game, at least for Sabers. It's ridiculous. You combine those skills along with other things, proper setup. It doesn't sound like much, but it hurts. Let's see the footage.
Now, generating Miyamoto Musashi's NP, I'm going to do something a little goofy here. I'm not going to do ABQ, Arch Chain, or whatever. I'm going to do something just kind of odd to just kind of showcase her double strike ability. How well that it actually helps her generate her NP. Now, normally what I would do here is I would do Waver, Musashi if Waver doesn't end up killing this mob. But I'm going to do Arts, one of Waver's, and then Musashi's quick, and then Arts. But I'm going to hit her double strike. Let's see how much it can actually generate. Right now she's at 108. And she has no chance of critting at all. 73 minus 8, that's 65. 65%. Just from a quick and an arts in the last thing. Now imagine if that was a proper arts chain, had some crit in there like she of course has now. It would just be a ridiculously good hit. Now, that said, let's tag this Lancer. Let's just do her Noble Phantasm. I'm going to just self-buff her. None of Waver stuff, nothing else. Purely self-buffs. Now keep in mind, our Musashi is 10-10-10 on her skills. She's NP5. She is 2,000 in terms of hit point and attack strengthening. She doesn't get stronger than this. The only thing that makes her stronger is CEs and, proper group makeup with buffs. This is just being dumb about it, really. $206,000, and she just completely wrecked that other one too. That means she just wrecked it. Yeah. So, yeah, she's a no-brainer. Over 200,000 NP5 on a skill that I really didn't even buff her. I did nothing to her. No attack up, really. No overcharge, really. Nothing, just nothing. And then she murders that second one in the chain, all crits. Yeah. More details to come.
Okay, as you saw, Noble Phantasm damage is hurty. Arch generation? Arch generation really depends. If you have her double strike, okay, and you can put her in an arch chain or get that arch card to crit in the third slot, generating her Noble Phantasm can be like that. Instant, quick, easy. But if you're kind of unlucky, you can't get that arch chain, you can't get that lined up properly, sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain. She could use some help to get that Noble Phantasm, but she doesn't necessarily absolutely need it. Noble Phantasm damage itself, it hurts. It just hurts bad. And when you can do her Noble Phantasm with a couple of busters, get the extra stuff, I mean it hurts. Especially if you don't need to use her double strike for the arch generation. You can use it for her buster, and you do it in a buster chain with her Noble Phantasm first. Buster, 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 extra attack, all those extra attacks. Or even if you could throw an arts at the last thing with the double strike, you see where I'm getting with this, okay? This character can be just absolutely nuts. That's why we have her at MP5. That's why we put her to a level 100. That's why we 10-10-10 her skills. That's why for the hit point and attack strengthening, we took her to 2,000. Our Miyamoto Musashi is ridiculous, and I like it. Do you need this character? Do I need to ask? I've been ranting and raving about her. Yes. When she pops up, you want this character. Same kind of damage, kind of whatever, 2 to 3 copies at best. This is one of the very few characters I would encourage you just to go all in on. NP5er. Why the hell not? She's the best Saber in the game, especially single target. Sometimes you'll take her even in lieu of needing some AoE because she's that good. She hits her buster, follows it with other busters, does a chain. It's almost like you murder the first person and you only slightly murder the next ones, right? She's an absolute yes. And with that said, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, streaming right here on YouTube, streaming over at theweeblounge.com. Not really at theweeblounge.com. That's our website. You can go buy a shirt over there. Streaming at twitch.tv/theweeblounge and on YouTube. You can go buy a shirt if you want. I mean, I'd really appreciate it. I like my shirts. We'll see you in the next video.